Hi everyone and welcome back. This is Tara again from Divine by Designs, and I am so excited for today's video. We are going to be making a purple full wreath. Now, in my opinion, purple could be used all year round. I admit I'm biased. It is by far my most favorite color, but this wreath screams purple. There is only one flower that is taupe. Everything else purple. So I hope you enjoy watching, and please remember to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing that we're going to start with is the flowers, but I want to show you this. It's a floral pick with a wire, and this is eucalyptus, and you could see that the stem is really small. So I'm going to dip the pick into some glue. I rub it on the eucalyptus stem, and then I lay the pick over it. It's a little hot, so be careful, and then I wrap the wire. And even though we're starting with the flowers first, I do this first to just give the glue a few minutes to dry so that I know it's very secure. So are you guys ready for this flower? Look at it. It is huge. So I want the wreath like this, okay? It's gonna go like that. So I kind of want this flower on an angle, probably right here, right? So when we're making a wreath, you want to kind of lay things out. A lot of the times, including this one, I actually planned this out last night, and I kind of stuck everything in the wreath without gluing, changed it about 14 times, and now here we are today. So with a flower this big, make sure, especially if you're using a glue pot like I am, you cup the flower in your hand so you don't get glue all over the petals. And this stem's a pretty thick stem, so it's going to be a little hard to manipulate, but you want to try to get it in there as good as possible. Okay, so because I know this flower is as heavy as it is, I'm actually going to hit the back of this with a glue gun so I can see the stem in the grapevine, and I'm just adding more glue. Okay, and then the other thing that I'm going to do, and I will show you, let me just come around here, is I'm gonna go behind it, right? See how I'm behind it? And I'm gonna glue the back as well. This type of flower is going to move. There's not any way that it's going to really stay on the wreath because it's big, but I'm just pushing down because I glued the back of it. I'm gonna hold it there for a few seconds. It really is a big flower. I should measure it. Let me measure it so I can tell you how big it is. This flower's diameter is 8 inches. It's big. This is the other flower we're going to use, a taupe dahlia. So I'm gonna want this one angled like that, okay? So, dipping it in my glue pot. This one, just the way that the flower is made, I don't really have to cup it, and I'm just going in diagonally right there. Okay. So now we are going to start the eucalyptus, and I apologize, I may have to walk across the screen a couple times because I do need access to both sides, but we want it diagonal. So the first place I'm going to start, and especially see that gap here, we don't want gaps. I'm gonna go in, okay, and up. We're gonna be adding more, so nothing has to be super perfect right now. But we want to do top and bottom together, so we start to create a pattern. So we did a diagonal going down there. Now I'm going to do a diagonal going here. Okay, kind of seeing where I'm going with this. I just got to come around on the other side and go right in here. And you're starting to see, right, how it's forming. And another one here. And if you see me guys disappearing, it's just me taking a step back so I'm further away from it. It's a hard angle when you're this close to making a wreath, and when I make them, I always walk back like a bunch of feet just so I could see it from afar, because sometimes you could see things better that way. Make sure that's in there. Sometimes too, the grapevines, they have, I call them little curly cues. I like to cut them when they're in the way. If they're not in the way, I usually leave them. Okay, I want another one down there. Right, because remember, we're making it on a diagonal. So I want all of this kind of filled in. So now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, right here. Right. Okay, let me take a step back and see. Okay. I want another one here. So I'm just going to lift up. I know where I want it to go. Okay. And then I want another one. See that gap? Right there. And we still have 2 more pieces left, so we can really add them wherever we'd like. Most likely what I am going to do, or definitely what I'm going to do, is I'm actually going to wait until the end. I want to see how everything else falls. Now for my favorite. Well, my dahlia is the favorite, my purple dahlia, but this is too. Look at this astilbe. Isn't it beautiful? I'm gonna have it heavier on the bottom, lighter on the top. So you see how this one's longer and floppier? I want that on the bottom like a tail. There's a little piece here that's gonna go on the top. And then these 2 are basically the same. So one will be on the bottom, one will be on the top. So let's start this. Again, right, we're going for the diagonal look. So I want this one going right in here. I'm just trying to position where I want this eucalyptus leaf to go. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to do the other one, basically right next to it. Probably going in a little closer so there's some there. So let's see where I could fit this guy. Okay, see, it's a little behind. And it's okay that the eucalyptus is in the back because we still want it to look full. So then this one, and I can see the space that's carved out for it. It's gonna go right here. Okay, I'm just gonna lift these. So sometimes with grapevine, it's hard to fit things in. You can, just harder to. So you see how I'm spreading it out there, and then I'm gonna put that other little one behind the dahlia, just not as much, but just like the other side. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna step back. Perfect. Okay. Now we have some purple colored grass. See? Here is the other one. We just have to cut the stem. See how long the stem is? We really only need it up to there. So I'm just gonna cut it. Make sure you have wire cutters. If you use scissors, they can be ruined. So now I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I do so you can get what I mean by placing. I kind of know where I want it because I played around with it last night, but I'm not certain. So I'm just gonna kind of place it here. I kind of want something up on top too. And then this one, oh, there's a little string of glue. Okay. Maybe right there. If I do, I want to push this one down even a little bit. All right, so now again, step back and look at it, guys. See what you think. I like it there. Now this is a lot. This may be too much for some people. Like I said in the beginning of the video, purple is my favorite. I'm biased. There's never enough of purple. I could have this going around the entire wreath and would say I still want more purple. But to others, again, could be too much. So you can leave this top part out. I think the wreath looks complete without it. I just wanted it, so I am adding it. Okay. We're just gonna kind of try to find a spot for it to go. Okay. So now, see how there's kind of leaves all over the place? I'm gonna add some behind here. Right? You just wanna now play with the leaves. Something else you could add to this, I think, a pumpkin. I would personally do a black one. I made this pumpkin and skeleton wreath for myself for Halloween last year, and it has skeletons and black pumpkins and purple and black, and I love it. Okay. Just spread these out a little bit. All right. I think it looks good, guys. I hope you guys liked my video. This is probably going to be my favorite fall wreath for the season. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. And again, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching and hope to see you guys again soon.